Evening everybody, hope you're all looking forward to a lovely bank holiday weekend. Just a few updates for you this week. Some results of the survey that we sent out to you all last week. 623 of you replied, which is amazing, so thank you very much for that. As you'd expect, the majority of you are self-employed. There were 467 said you were self-employed. And then we asked the question if you felt that you were eligible or knew that you were eligible for the self-employment grant. 349 of you said yes, and those of you that said no, some hadn't checked. Some 14 of you were over the 50k threshold, and then the majority of you then were the ones that didn't have enough tax returns to show up on that. The eligibility checker is on the HMRC site, so do have a look at that. You have to put in your 10-digit code and your national insurance number. And what my accountant phoned me today. I always dread him phoning me because, you know, a simple yes/no question, or, you know, I think there's going to be a yes/no answer. It tends out to be a half-an-hour conversation with him. But he gave some fantastic advice today. And they are looking at the tax years 2016 to 2019. And when you, because I've done this and I am eligible because I am just self-employed. And when you go in to register next week, they open again on the 13th so that you can start filling out the forms. They will ask two questions. One is, in the tax year 1920, were you self-employed? Yes. They will then ask, do you intend to be self-employed in the tax year 2021? And for me, this was the one he said is absolutely critical, because it's important that you are going to answer yes to this, because it could skew your eligibility. So any of you that are thinking of maybe changing to do employment rather than self-employed, please check with your accountants about this question and whether you are answering yes or no. But I would speak to your accountants about this. It's very, very important that we get this right, because the last thing we want is you thinking, you know, you've done your checks and they said yes, and then you answer those two questions and they then say no. So check with your accountant. We had 10 practice owners, which is amazing. 9 had applied for business rate relief, of which 5 had been refused. So this is an ongoing problem that we are trying to address. The main concerns that you have, again, PPE, AGPs, aerosol generated procedures, finances, whether it's business or your own, patient safety and dental nurse support. So I think what we'll do is we will get all the answers, things together, and we will publish what we found. But thank you for those that sent that in. Some other things that BSDHT are doing. We have got an absolutely amazing list of CPD webinars for members only, running from the 12th of May to the 22nd of June. And we've got some brilliant speakers. Those of you that are members, you would have received an email today. If you did not receive your email, please contact the office, because we have had a few issues with the Gmail accounts sometimes not getting through to those. So if you haven't had an email from BSDHT today, contact the office, because all the details of the speakers and dates and times are in there. And next week, the Oral Health Conference spring sale goes live. We launch it on Monday. So an email again will be sent out to members. You'll also see the details on the website, and we will put it onto social media. It is a spring sale, so you get £20 off the early bird, so it's even better. What you can do is you don't have to pay at the time. You can just register your interest. So all the details will be on there. So I've just given you a few good reasons to being a BSDHT member. It's free at the moment to join, so there's nothing stopping you. It's just going on to the website and filling out a few bits and pieces, and it's free, and you get all this amazing support and CPD at the same time. So please, it would be fantastic for you to join us and see what we can do, see what we do for you, and we do an awful lot for you, believe me. So have a great bank holiday weekend, and I hope some of you are going to be celebrating the 70th VE anniversary tomorrow. I've certainly got the bunting ready, just going outside. My Union Jack flags, and I'm ready to sing the old "We'll Meet Again" at 9 o'clock. I think the nation is supposed to be singing at 9 o'clock at night, "We'll Meet Again." Very apt in this time. And again, I'll say to you, we'll meet again. Stay safe.